Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how I restored my cloudy headlights using the Sylvania Headlight Restoration Kit. As you can see in these photos, my headlights were looking a bit rough, so I decided it was time to fix them up. After some research, I landed on this kit, which I'll link to in the description. Let's get started. Inside the kit you'll find everything you need: UV block clear coat, an applicator, polish towels, surface activator, clarifying compound, 3 pieces of sandpaper, 400 grit, 1000 grit, and 2000 grit, and even a glove. You will also need some clean water, paper towels, and painter's tape. One important thing, this kit is meant for both headlights, so as we go through each step, make sure to use only half of the materials on one headlight and save the rest for the other. Before we get going, make sure you're working in an area out of direct sunlight and that the temperature is above freezing. This isn't something you want to do in the middle of winter. First, let's tape off the edges around the headlights. This will help protect your car's paint from accidental scratches or excess clear coat. Be sure to check the tape occasionally to make sure it stays in place. Alright, time for step 1. Grab the surface activator and spray it evenly over the first headlight. This helps break down the yellow oxidation. Let it sit for about 30 seconds. Then rinse it off with water. I don't have any footage of this because I accidentally skipped this part and just cleaned the headlights with water. Oops. Anyway, remember, don't use the whole bottle, you need to save half for the other headlight. Now we're going to sand the headlights. The kit comes with 3 types of sandpaper: 400 grit for the heavy-duty work, 1000 grit to smooth things out, and 2000 grit for a final polish. Before you start, fold each piece of sandpaper in half. One half will be for this headlight, and the other half will be for the second headlight later on. Start with the 400 grit sandpaper. Make sure both the headlight and sandpaper are wet, then sand using circular motions with medium pressure. Keep the surface wet as you go. You should notice the oxidation coming off. That's exactly what we want. Once the lens feels smooth, rinse it off and dry it with a paper towel. It should have a uniform white haze with no clear or yellow spots. Next, we're going to use the 1000 grit sandpaper. Again, keep the headlight wet and sand every surface using medium pressure for about 5 minutes. Add water as needed. Now, repeat the process with the 2000 grit sandpaper, but this time apply firm pressure. Keep the headlight wet and continue sanding for another 5 minutes. This will help smooth out the lens even more. Once the sanding is done, it's time for the clarifying compound. Open the packet and squeeze about a quarter-sized amount onto one of the white towels included in the kit. Just like everything else, you will want to use half of the compound on one headlight and save the rest for the second headlight. Use the same white towel for both headlights. Rub the compound over the headlight using circular motions and firm pressure for about 5 minutes. Once you're done, rinse it off and dry the lens completely. If you still see a slight white haze, that's totally normal. Now, grab the surface activator again, spray it on the headlight, let it sit for 30 seconds, then rinse it off. This preps the surface for the final step. Remove the painter's tape and use the second white towel to make sure everything is completely dry before moving on. Alright, now for the most important step, the UV block clear coat. This is what seals and protects the headlight so it stays clear. Put on your glove and soak the folded edge of the blue towel with the clear coat. Again, only use half of it here and save the rest for the second headlight. Start at the top corner of the headlight and wipe across in a smooth, continuous motion. Work your way down, slightly overlapping each stroke. Make sure to keep the towel edge nice and soaked with the UV block clear coat, so you get a thick, even layer. The key here is to apply each stroke once and resist the urge to go back over spots you've already done. If you do miss a spot, just do a quick touch-up only to that area. Repeat the process on the second headlight. Now let it dry for at least an hour before touching it, and avoid the headlights getting wet for 4 to 6 hours until the clear coat fully cures. But look at that, from foggy and dull to mostly crystal clear. And that's it. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and thanks for watching.